My man, state your name and let them know you on Real Talk with
What's
Nick.
good, what's good, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know the vibe, y'all know the time, you already know what it is.
All right, we're here with my boy G5, man.
What's poppin'?
G5, we here to talk some Nick content. A lot of shit been going down. New York Knicks is trying to fight through the trenches, you know what I'm saying? We beating teams and we not 100% healthy. I'm going to say it again. We're beating teams and we're not 100% healthy. We beat the Golden State Warriors. We got through claiming the city once again by beating up on the Brooklyn Nets. That was fun to watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, we the talk of the town, baby. I guess Nick is kind of wrong about that Eastern Conference shortening. It looked like we can, it's a possibility. I'm not fully sold, but it's a lot of shit we gotta cover, man. We're gonna cover a lot of shit, man. Your boy OG Anobi, we're gonna start there.
What about him?
All right? He's not 100% with the bruised elbow.
Because he came back early.
Okay, he came back too early, but the Knicks cleared him. They cleared him to play, man. So we're gonna start with OG Anobi, then we're gonna move on to that most talked about player. But yeah, let's start with OG, man. With OG Anobi, right? Some players feel like he did it to himself. Like he's coming back dunking. They feel like he's being overly aggressive.
No.
Knowing that he's not 100%, man.
He probably is 100%, but they just want to keep him back a little bit.
But if you got a sore arm concerning your elbow, why would you come back dunking?
Next season?
I think so.
All right, then. That's the reason why the Knicks is keeping him back. He go out there and perform the way he was performing, right? And continue performing. He probably would have made All-Star. No doubt he would have probably made one of the NBA All top 10, you know what I mean? So if he'd have made it there, then that means they'd have had to pay him as a max player. You think they want to pay him as a max player? I'm talking about the Knicks.
Okay, so you're saying his future is on the line. That's why he's out there putting as many games as he possibly could. That's what you're saying. You're looking
so they set him down because you got to qualify 65 games to make NBA all team, right? All team NBA. He ain't gonna make all team NBA this year. Jalen Brunson's gonna make all team NBA, but he not. Just like Julius not. It's all good, but that's what fucks him up because he a free agent next year. So the Knicks will have to max him, give him a max contract if he to make all NBA. So why not sit him out? Why not say he injured?
Okay.
For like 15, 20 games and mess up the 65 game qualification to get what you want.
All right. Another person that's, when we speak of injury, but they coming off the injury list, is your boy Mitchell Robinson, man.
Say he's coming off the bench too.
He's coming off the bench.
Like I said.
They're going to evaluate his ankle. Right now he's going through a contact treatment, like knowing how to have contact, situations like that. Do you think
before the playoffs, right before the playoffs, he'll be back.
Do you think then he got to get in game shape, man?
That's the whole question, game shape. But he's coming off the bench, so we only gonna need him for like 20 minutes. So that's the difference. It ain't that bad. He ain't got to worry about doing too much. 20 minutes. Hardestein can hold the motor low. So it's good. He'll be all right.
Now, speaking of Hardestein, man, is he 100%?
No.
Since he came back, you see the decline in his performance as far as playing in the paint.
They beating him up in there. They're gonna beat him up. It's getting that time where they gonna have to roughen up, and the Knicks is roughing themselves up and getting themselves ready for the playoffs. So it's gonna be a little hard run. It's gonna be a nice little hard run. That's why I said these last 10, 15 games, 10, 12 games we got.
Yeah, we got like 13 games left.
13 games. It's gonna be a nice little 7-5. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna do a little something like that.
Now, in a perfect world, man, 13 for 13 would be great coming into.
That'd be great because then we'll boost up. If we go 13 for 13, we'd be the number 1 seed, and then we ain't got to worry about Boston too much.
Yeah, but with the squad that we got, what you think the
limits?
Yeah, what you think that we out of 13 games that we could possibly on the worst?
I just said it. 7 and 6. 13 games. 7 and 6.
7 and 6.
7 and 6. We could win 7 of 13 games. That'd be good. That'd keep us right where we at with the little 7 and 6. We'll be stay right where we at. We good right where we at right now. We ain't complaining. We 4th seed. Keeping it quiet. We all right. Knicks is certified as a playoff team. Could go a little farther than any other team. So, I mean, what can we say? let's just hope in the playoffs these guys can perform the same way they're performing right now. That's all we go for.
Now, what the Knicks got to do to be more successful than what they was last year concerning the postseason? What
Be
mistakes?
healthy.
Okay.
Be
Well,
healthy.
that's a given.
That's just what it is. They got to be healthy. And ain't nothing else to do. It's just be healthy. Everybody got to be healthy. Everybody got to be game ready and healthy. That's basically it. If everybody's healthy, then I don't think the Knicks got a problem. If they not healthy, then they got a problem. So that's why I said 7 and 6. Split it down the middle. Let's be at 50, 65, you know, like let's just take it easy. Niggas been playing 48 minutes. It's crazy. You got Hart, you got Josh Hart 48 and Little Man 48. But then you had Brunson had to sit down, which was a good thing.
Speaking of Brunson, could he be running? Could Tom Thibodeau be
worried about? Yes,
running on Jalen Brunson?
I mean, Jalen Brunson is running Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson knows what he got to do. He's gonna keep continue doing it, continue dropping 30 plus a game to get them over the hump. Hopefully, his sidekick could get in a little shape and get back on the court, which I don't know because we don't hear nothing about it. So, like, whatever.
Okay. Now, when we speak of Tom Thibodeau, right, in the front office, the way they orchestrated,
the way they running it now,
with the Venanola boys,
it don't seem like it's Tibbs. It don't seem like it's Tibbs. It seems like Tibbs is coaching, but it don't seem like Tibbs is running this off the game. Like, I don't know.
Why you say that?
Because it's just like a different offense than what we seen Tibbs run all year, as 2-3 years. It's different. This is totally different. The way this game is going, the way they playing, is a totally different than the way we know of Tibbs coaching. We know Tibbs' defense. They got the defense. That offensive coach over there, he's doing a hell of a job. Because the offense is actually clicking in a way where it's like you see all these guys, every last one of these players sitting there, when they get on that court, you can tell that they confident enough to take the shot. They all got set plays, even from Josh Hart down to everybody got a set play. And you know Tibbs ain't doing that. Tibbs is relying on 1 or 2. That's why one of them is down the way he out now, because they're planning on 1 and 2 to do everything you want to do. And now you got 4, 5, and 6 that's like, nigga, we can do this too. So, as long as we got that, we good.
As long as we got that, we good. But concerning the Venanola boys, man, do you think that's the blueprint of the successful Knicks team, man? The way things.
Well, we know, then ain't one of the coaching staff, ain't somebody from coaching staff from Villanova. So
I'm not sure, so I can't speak on something.
I can't, but if we look at it, I guarantee somebody on there is from that coaching staff is Villanova. That coach, assistant coach, or something in there, in that bracket. There's got to be something Villanova in there because it looks like a Villanova team. Looks like they playing like Villanova. They hustling. Listen, they doing a good job. I can't complain on the Knicks right now.
Okay, now I want to talk about players that stepped out and increased their role on the Knicks. Players like McBride, man. Deuce McBride.
Let's talk about.
No. Let's talk about Deuce McBride. Let's give that man his flowers, man.
But we said this in the middle of the season when this guy went down, and we were sitting there saying, this is when he got to step up. He got to get used to it. And you see him gradually getting better and better and better. We know Deuce was going to be Deuce. We just waited for him to let it out. Now he getting the minutes to let it out. So,
Deuce, man, is playing some great ball, man.
Yeah, he has to. He want to get out of there. He want to go. He want to be that player, but he can't. He just got to know what position he wants to be. He wants to be the 6th man, or he wants to be a 1-man. He want to start, or he want to be an off-the-bench player for the rest of his career. This is what steps he's making right now to show that he could probably be the captain of our offensive team coming behind Brunson.
Now, I want to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages when we speak of Knicks basketball entering the postseason. The disadvantages, of course, is that we suffer with a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Okay? The advantage concerning the situation with the Knicks, even when we speak it out of injured players, is that it now allow other players to showcase their talents that we would probably not have been taking notice, especially like Isaiah Hardestein, excuse me. If
what's the name didn't go down?
we wouldn't know nothing about this kid balling the way he's
Julius
balling.
didn't go down, we won't know about a store.
You understand what I'm saying, Precious?
Yeah, Precious.
You know what I'm saying?
Precious a store is. He was a good college player, because when you looked at his back, he was a good college player. It's just that he never got the opportunity at where he was at to really show his light, because he had to play behind Stojakovic. So he didn't really get the chance to show what he could really do. And then the Knicks, when Julius went down, this was the reason why we got him, because Julius probably was already injured, just in, trying to tell y'all, man, this is more than just basketball, man.
Okay, we're going to get into that. We're going to save the meat for last, man. Now, when we speak of Precious, right? Like, we talk about Hardestein and Mitchell Robinson. Right? We all agree
with that if it wasn't, if Mitchell didn't go down, we wouldn't have knew what Hardestein would have been.
Okay, and we can all say that Mitchell Robinson is trade block now. He's trade bait. Trade bait.
No.
Yeah, because now...
That's one of the Knicks' longest players on the team.
You don't think Mitch job is...
Him and Julius is the last two left that was on that roster that started off 6 years ago. So
you don't think with the success of Isaiah Hardestein that...
I mean, him keeping his job at the Knicks, if Mitch already good, so Mitch ain't going to give Mitch...
Listen, man, if we compare stats between Hardestein and Mitch, Hardestein is putting up better numbers, man.
Because Hardestein can score offensively better than what Mitch can score offensively. And Hardestein made himself Hardestein hustled to get that offensive looks. He had to work for those. Mitch Robinson didn't want to work for that. He wanted it handed to him. He wanted the ball. He wanted the more points. We know he wanted to score. He bitched about not seeing the ball more. It's just that when we gave you the ball, you didn't know what to do with the ball. Hardestein hustled to get the ball. Hardestein grabbed rebounds and went right back up and defensively made a block and took the block and ran straight down and made them want to give him the ball. Like, yo, you deserve it. Yeah, take it. So that's when he started to show his ability better at that moment, when he had the opportunity to show it better. But he had to start off being a defensive player, move from a defensive player to get 2-3 shots, to make these 2-3 shots. You remember he started making 2-3 shots a game. And then all of a sudden, it was like he gets 7 shots. Then next thing you know, he's getting 25 points, 20 rebounds.
But let's talk about his block.
And his block game.
His block game is up there with Mitchell Robinson too. Yeah. So if he's more of a threat offensively and his block game is up there with Mitch, do we really need Mitch?
Yes, we need Mitch to back him up. See, that's the remedy of the Rams. As we're going to see when it comes off the bench, when he come back, you're going to see the chemistry that is going to be there. That he has somebody that used to be a starter that now's coming off the bench, that could give you the same energy without having to score. Now, Mitch just got to go out there and play defense and stop the second unit on the next team from scoring, which would be easy for Mitch to do because he's used to playing against the top defenders and the top offensive men in the game. When we talking about the big men. So it's like, and he was doing good against them. So what you think he's going to do when he's coming off the bench against the second unit? Proving to everybody in the NBA that, yo, I am back and I'm healthy and I need to be that person because in 2 years, my contract's up. And I'm going to want money. And somebody's going to want him. Now, if we trade for him, why we need to trade him? We got enough to sign anybody right now we want. So at the end of the season, we can sign any one of the free agents. We ain't got to trade Mitch this year. Mitch ain't got to get traded. Mitch can sit his ass right there. He can go sign whoever we want to sign.
Would it be smart to do that when you could use him to get a superstar?
But a superstar would be after we get the signing of a star this year, then work on a trade in the winter.
I keep telling you, man, Jalen Brunson is your star, baby.
All right, you said star, not a superstar.
Superstar. I'll put the super.
No, you can't put the super.
He's a star this season. Next season, he keep doing what he's doing. We're gonna put that super.
All NBA this year, like it's looking like he's tracking the beat. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In order to be a superstar, you got to make all NBA. So he's a star in the making. I'm not taking that from Jalen Brunson at all. That boy's a star in the making. He could be that guy. He could be up there with the Lucas and the rest of them. But he just got to get there first. This is the year for him to get there. He's proven that he's going to be one of those. That's all that is. Now, if he make all NBA this year, third team, second team, or first team, then you know he's going to be a max player when it comes down to him getting a contract. That's when it makes it. That's what I'm saying.
So you saying basically, G5, that Jalen Brunson hasn't really proven himself yet?
No, he proved himself.
But he hasn't got stamped.
He hasn't got the stamp yet because it takes a certain amount of stamp to have to get there. We could sit there and say, oh, he a superstar, but the regular players in the NBA gonna look at him like he's just a regular player right now. Because he's just getting money like regular players. He only getting 100 million, 104 million, and that was a steal. We heard him say that was the biggest steal the Knicks ever did in the fucking NBA career, was stealing him for the money we got him for. So that tells you there, from that point right there, you got 4 years, 20 million, what, 20 million, 5 years? So in 5 years, he do this, he'll be a fucking max player, franchise player, then that's when they have to give him the franchise stamp. You can't get a franchise stamp without being an All-NBA. So he has to make All-NBA in order to be to hit that.
All right, now.
The Knicks ain't have a franchise player since Carmelo Anthony, nigga. And that's a fact.
Okay, now I want to talk about if Precious have a successful season. Let me speak of that in postseason.
Will we re-sign him?
And if we re-sign him, could that be trade bait for your boy Julius? Because now you have a power forward who's healthy, who can remain on the floor, and who could be given the
trade bait. Julius Randle trade bait
with a successful postseason coming from Precious.
It depends. Even with a successful postseason from him.
Will Julius Randle find himself in a situation like Mitchell Robinson is when we speak of that
No.
Isaiah Hardison?
No.
Why not? Because they're looking for production, man.
They can't get production with somebody's injured. So we can't keep saying that.
And who's injured?
We can't keep saying that. This is what I keep trying to tell you.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is if a player's injured, you want somebody to do something that they can't capably do or even product. They know he's a guaranteed 25 and 10 regardless when he's not injured. So they're not thinking about Julius Randle right now. Is he trade bait? He's been trade bait all season. That's nothing new. Of course they threw him in some trades. That's why they denied a couple of trades, because they wasn't putting Julius in the trades. That's what you need to understand. That's why a lot of these deals didn't go through, because Julius was not in the trade.
How is that helping the team, though?
It's not him. It ain't him.
If he's hurt, if he's constantly hurt.
How's constantly? This is his first time injured in his fucking career, other than when he got injured in his rookie career. This is the first time he's been hurt. This injured, missed this many games in a New York Knicks uniform since he's been a New York Knicks.
What games are you watching, bro?
I said since he's been a New York Knicks.
This is his first time getting hurt?
What games has he missed? He got injured in the playoffs last season and fucked up and did what? Still played, right?
Was he successful in his return?
It wasn't matter if it was successful or not. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. That's what you're not understanding. He did that, right? He did that. Now, he did that, and then it wasn't no success. He still played, though. Injured or not, it didn't matter. He played. So that means he's willing to play injured and all. Tear his body up, fuck his career up for nothing. Because that's literally what he fucking attempted to do.
It looked like he's about to repeat the same scenario, man.
No, he's not, because who said Julius Randle's ready to ball? Did you hear anything on
I heard
all you heard
that
was
he's
Julius
trying
Randle
to come back.
Is trying to get back by getting a little contact, and he can't even get cleared. Until he get cleared, nigga, you cannot talk about Julius Randle, no playoffs, no nothing. Until we hear Julius Randle's coming back. Until then, you can't say nothing about him. Because he's a non-factor right now on the team. He did not do anything the last 25, 30, 40 games. He didn't do nothing because he hasn't been there. So why are you going to keep talking about somebody that's not on the court? That's not irrelevant. That's irrelevant. When niggas is injured, they done. That's it. You don't talk about them.
Have you ever heard of damaged goods, bro?
How you gonna say damaged goods before he was fucking injured? He was the reason for half of the reasons of the way we got where the Knicks got to.
But he ain't do it by himself.
Before there was a Jalen Brunson, it was just Julius Randle running the Knicks, and he got us playoffs. He got us a better record. Every season, the record got better and better and better. With Julius, before there was a Jalen Brunson. So this is my whole point. Once Jalen Brunson come, oh, fuck the nigga who got us to get Jalen Brunson and make him feel comfortable to come over here because he felt, oh, we could probably do more if I come here. Mitch Roberts, why you think, what's his name, want to come over here from Cleveland? That's the reason why. It's not just, oh, you want, no, nigga. It's because they see they could do more. So it doesn't matter about where he's situated right now. Right now, he's fucked up. He's injured. And it's good that he's injured because now it's giving other players an opportunity to ball. And all he's doing, he's certified, he's cleared, he don't mind. Like I said, he made the All-Star. He think he care? If he sit down now, he ain't got to worry about it. My team going to get there. When I get there, I get there. Now, when he get there, will he start? Will he get the minutes? We don't know because we don't hear nothing about him. Only people talking about him is us.
Okay. Now, do you think it would be a smart move if he could play to come back?
If he's healthy, why not? If he's healthy, why the fuck not put him on the court? That's what you're not understanding. If he's healthy, why not put him on the court? Ain't like he's missing anything. He's at every practice. He still know every scheme. He still know everything. It doesn't matter. We're talking about Tibbs. We know how Tibbs runs his game. So it doesn't even matter. If he come back, he come back. Whatever way he come back, he come back. We don't know if he's going to come off the bench, if he's going to start. We don't know nothing because we ain't hearing nothing. We don't even know if he had a surgery and they ain't saying nothing. They kept it on the DL. We don't know what the fuck is going on. All we know, the nigga's injured and that's it.
Well, from what I'm hearing, he's trying to put a Band-Aid on the injury instead of go for surgery.
Well, if that's what he's trying to do, he's not going to get cleared by the NBA to play. So that's on him. How we know that's not what he's planning? That's what his plan is. How do we know what he's planning on doing? He's probably trying to stick it to the Knicks. We don't know what the fuck his plan is. We don't know. He probably know he's injured and be like, that's right. And I'm going to stay injured and I'm not going to finish the season. We don't know what the fuck going on in that franchise because they mad quiet this 1 year. This is the first time we can sit there and say the Knicks is quiet where we don't even know what's going on in the franchise. Normally, we know what's going on. We don't know what's going the fuck on. Even with Julius, with Mitch, with OG, we don't know nothing. They not telling us shit. Do we hear it on the news? Do we hear anything about them? Do we read the Sports Center? Do you hear the shit? No, you don't see nothing about them. That's what we got to think about. Before, normally, you know the routine, nigga. We in front page of the Daily News, the Post, the back, everything else, right? When the last time you heard of this shit? Nigga in the back of the page. Anybody about injuries or anything, nigga, we don't hear nothing about it. We barely hearing anything about Mitch. All we heard was, oh, he's taking light contact. Oh, OG play one game and then go out the next game, oh, his elbow's still sore. Really? You sure he ain't got a broken elbow? See what I mean? Because the Knicks are so quiet, they just being quiet. And that's the best secret that I guess they got going right now. It's being the secret. Or how we know that the coaching staff ain't like, yo, Julius, just fall back. How we know that motherfucking the owner is sitting there telling Julius, yo, just fall back. Relax. Heal up. They can do this. You see how them boys is doing it. Just chill. You did your job. Let them do it. How we know that's not going on right now? We know how the NBA play. It could be on some shit like that. It could be literally something like that. That's why they're keeping it so quiet. Because come on now, you're going to say you hurt your shoulder and you can't play ball all these many games already? It's just your shoulder, bro. It ain't even your shooting arm, bro. So let's think about that. It's not your shooting arm, it's your other arm.
So what are you saying? You implying that he should have been back already?
Anybody else would have been back. That's the logic of the whole thing. We talking about a player that sat there, got injured, and had to get surgery the next day because he tore some shit.
You speaking that of?
Julius Randle. When he tore some shit, remember in that game, he tore some shit in his foot and still played the game and cost us the second round, right?
Okay.
Right?
Oh, so you finally admitting that?
I've been admitted that. That's
okay.
Never not nothing I never admitted. I said he did it, and I said he did that to show what?
Heart.
That's all he did. That's all he did it for. He must have did it for the team to show these guys, even if you're injured, you still got to go.
Willis Reed did that. Willis Reed did that with 4 points, man.
Listen,
and it sparked the other teammates to give him
I'm
inspiration
saying,
to play.
So probably that's what they said. Probably that's what they probably beat him in the head with. We don't know what the fuck. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, because even he said it. He just did a podcast, and he just said on the podcast, and this is a brand new podcast, how Kobe Bryant cursed him out when he was a fucking rookie about saying shit like that, saying he injured with a bullshit ass injury and fuck you. So I could see where his mind state was at. But this time around, it's like you got a shoulder injury and you're not going out there. There's not your shooting on. All you got to do is just not use your body like you've been doing all season. All you got to do is not use your shoulder. Because your shoulder's fucked up because you keep... It worked this season, though. With whoever you trained with the shoulder shit, it was real good. The shoulder check was real good this year. With the fadeaway, that shit was working. But fucked you up. Now, we don't know what the fuck... We don't know if they told him to just sit down.
Okay.
And we wait and see how we do in the playoffs and then we bring you out. Because we don't know what the fuck going on with Julius. Julius don't even know what's going on with Julius.
Oh, Julius know. And I believe so does the front office, man.
All right, then. So that's what I'm saying.
We don't know.
We don't know because normally we would know because it would have been exposed already. But the Knicks is a different franchise now. Because they quiet. The Knicks is too quiet. We one of the best teams in the league right now. And we quiet. We one of the top 10 teams in the NBA. How can we not sit there and say we one of the top 10 teams in the NBA? If we fourth in the East, that means we top 10 in the whole NBA. We went from the bottom 5 years ago to one of the worst teams, the fourth worst team in the NBA, to now one of the top 8 best teams in the NBA.
You give the credit to Tibbs?
I can't give it to Tibbs.
Or collectively, between coaching and
I
players.
will give it to coaching. I will have to give it to Scott. I will have to give it to management. Because management the one who made these moves the way they made them. The trades that they made and the showpieces they gave away. And perfect moments. Like perfect moments. The RJ Barrett trade, the IQ trade was like one of the best trades in the Knicks history that we pulled off.
Right.
So we got to look at shit like that. Then we get a cooler, and we got him, and then we go over there to Detroit, do another steal with 2 players that just comes out and just automatically no ball.
Okay.
We know white boy go crazy. What's his name go crazy? Bogdanovich.
Okay. Speaking of Bogdanovich, how do you feel about his production? Some say it's not what they expect. Right?
I mean, no.
Some are disappointed.
They disappointed because he ain't got the... See, remember, when he played as a starter, he wasn't coming off the bench. So now he has to adjust coming off the bench for the Knicks. So it's a different role. That man started most of his NBA career. He never really came off the bench. He was over there with them kids. He wasn't coming off the bench. So it's different. Alec Burks is used to coming off the fucking bench. But he could start any game he want to start. Just like if you put Bogdanovich in there as a starter, you'll see a difference of him because you'll have more time to motivate yourself and get more into it. But when he's out there, you can tell he's out there, though. We can't sit there and not take that from him. He's aggressive. He's still the same aggressive player. It's just that he just ain't getting the opportunities that he needs to get because you got other players that's coming off the bench that deserve the ball more. And you know Tibbs is going to take care of his guys that been there longer, that put more of a stretch into it.
Is he going to be a factor, though, come this postseason?
Both of them together is going to be a factor. First, him because he got playoff experience. Now, we got rid of one player and we got 2 players out for that one player that could produce the same amount as that one player. He just had a jump shot. Alex Burke got a jump shot. And what's his name? Bogdanovich got a jump shot. So you just got 2 for 1. So those 2 coming off the bench, they can bring some aggressiveness. And then you got Akua. Then you got Mitch Robinson. Then you got that 5 right there sounds like a very scary 5.
Okay. I want to talk about a player that has definitely shown great progress while on the Knicks since the signing. He's becoming a...
Yeah, we can call you back. What? All right, just call me when you're on 125th.
Excuse
Call
us.
me when you're on 125th Street. I'll meet you. All right. All right, no problem.
the interruption.
Sorry, the interruption,
No
fellas.
problem. You know what I'm saying? I forgot where I was at. Oh, DiVincenzo, man.
DiVincenzo's doing what DiVincenzo's got paid to do. Just like Josh Hart is there doing just what he came to do.
Wow.
Because Josh Hart, man.
He's starting to look like he's having fun out there, man.
Because it's more the style of ball he want to play. See, he was just trying to fit in before with that gameplay. That's why I said whatever happened, it's a switch to gameplay.
Do you think he got more comfortable with the absence of OG Anunoby?
No, I think he got more comfortable with the absence of Julius Randle. Julius Randle was I feel like the Knicks was running a Julius Randle offense. Because now you see a totally different offense. You see a totally different game scheme. It's totally different than what they was used to playing.
The ball's not being isolated.
This year it wasn't being isolated either because Julius wasn't on hands on the ball at all time. Remember, he was actually playing at mid-range and trying to get whatever way he could get into the hole. His job looked like his job was just to get to the hole, try to draw fouls. That's what his job was, so it could open up doors for Brunson and this guy to shoot. But now you just got more guys that's running more, that's setting more picks and more schemes because they can't get the shot off themselves. They got to get spot shots.
So are you saying that the New York Knicks is more of an offensive threat without Julius Randle?
No.
Unpredictable?
No, they're just unpredictable because, like I said, we got a lot of spot shotters. So that if you got spot shotters, there's a lot of spot shotters. DiVincenzo gonna spot shot. Like, you know, if he set up, he passing the ball off the bounce, he's gonna come pull up and it's gonna be wet. Josh Hart, the same thing. He can't shoot like that, so he's gonna get the ball. He could create his own space. You got OG that can create his own space. Some of the Knicks players, they set to be set players. So with Julius on the court, that's easier for him because he can draw the double and kick it out. Or draw the double, kick it out. Instead of draw the double and bully them like he's been doing. That's why he's fucked up now, because he's getting doubled and he's bullying niggas and still getting the 2 points instead of dishing it out to that open man that's in the 3. But now the shots is there, so it's a different offense. I'm telling you, it's just a different game of offense the way they running it. They not stopping. There's no slowing it down. It's just like fast break basketball. They just trying to score as much as they can score, but the defense is keeping all the teams under 100. So if we can keep them under 100, we can score up to 100 points with the players we got. But when it comes to the players that scores 120, 130 a game, that's where the challenges pick in for the Knicks. Because then it's like, where are we going to get those extra 20 points from? So that's why I say in the playoffs at the Eastern Conference, we're going to need like a Julius Randle to give us 17 or 20. Because we're going to need those extra points for that team that's going to drop 120 and it's going to make us defense work harder. Instead of our defense working, you'll see a different game because we all know how our coach thinks. We know Tibbs. Stop the play. If you don't stop the play, we got to get the play. You know how you go. You're going to run it fast and get it down there quick and try to score as fast as possible and get back on defense.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to get to the meat of the bone, man.
The meat to the bones. Let's go.
You brung out the big homie, Kev Wills.
So I did.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't hear from my man a few months. My man Kev Wills, he came out of hibernation and he had to address some shit.
Call me out.
Yeah, he had to call you out, my brother, because you made some. Wait a minute. You made some claims. You made some claims.
Clear this like this, right? First of all, not a Julius fan.
No.
No, clarify this.
Then why you back him up so much? You talk like you want.
A Julius fan. Stop trying to change it. And every time I say it, you want to interrupt me. That's how you thinking. I'm not a Julius fan, first of all.
Are you a Brunson fan?
I am a New York Knicks fan. That's the difference. I have favorite players for each position, and even one of them is my favorite player for each position. For either position they play. So understand that. Like that's that. Like there's no changing that. Like there'll never be nothing. Julius is just the average ball player. I keep telling you that. I always said that. Just the average ball player. But he's an all-star player for the New York Knicks that been all-star for 3 years plus. We can't take that from them. And y'all trying to take something that somebody achieved. Y'all want to take it away from them.
All right, let me say this. You know how you said Brunson is no. I'm gonna make my.
No, because
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You don't like what you're hearing.
No. That's your formula. That's not me.
I'm not.
But go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor because I don't want to emulate what you do. I want you to be G5, man.
And you not even listening.
Go ahead.
Sitting there. Oh, I don't like what he's saying. Let me interrupt.
No. Go ahead, bro.
That way.
Go ahead.
You can feel the way you feel. That's your feeling as a Knicks fan. That's what you feel.
But
that's why nobody gives a fuck about no real Knicks fans, because Knicks fans is fake.
Now we fake?
A lot of y'all fake.
Come on,
For
man.
the simple fact, if you're a Knicks fan, you appreciate everything that somebody bring value to a team. You cannot sit there and say Julius did not bring value to the New York Knicks.
What we can say is that he didn't have 30 wins and went to the All-Star. You can say that.
We said 30 wins. I said
you said that.
30 plus, only 30 plus. I don't know how many games it was. I wasn't counting.
Then why
but it
say
doesn't matter. He only played half a season and made the All-Star without a choice.
He didn't make it to a half a season.
He
played
all
under
all right then. So you're proving my point.
All right, that's all we doing, man.
Than a half a season, am I wrong by saying 30-something games? No, I'm not, because it's true. All you doing is justifying what I'm saying, because it's true. He did not even play half a season, and he made All-Star. Justifies just what I'm saying, bro. It doesn't matter what games you playing. Y'all want to be Mr. Stat stuffing. And stat stuff.
No, we want to give credit where credit is due.
If you're not giving credit when it's due, because if you was giving credit what you do, you'll be like, I'm absolutely right. How the fuck somebody can sit there, play less than a half a season, and still make All-Star without even a fight?
So you holding on to your claim?
Because he got All-Star without half of a fight. Look in the comments, bro. Everybody in the comments said the same thing. I'm not capping on it. He made All-Star without playing a fucking half a season. Jalen Brunson had to fight to get in the playoffs, in the motherfucking All-Star. He had to fight.
Now, can I say something?
Now, why am I wrong for sitting there saying that? And is something wrong about it when it's a fact? He ain't even play in the All-Star game and still got his name brung out as in All-Star game. So it don't matter. I don't care what nobody say. The man did that, right? So if he did that, why y'all gonna take away? Like I said, if he don't bring value to the Knicks, he brung value to the Knicks. Without him, there won't be no value on the Knicks. That's what nobody seem to understand. I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh, he's the best player in the No.
Look, my man.
He's sitting there saying he did this. We went from here, and now we here. He's a big part of being from here to here, bro. That's just a fact. That's not even no stats could tell you that. Nothing could tell you that. It don't matter how you performed in the playoffs.
Stats supposed to tell you that.
Listen, it don't matter how you perform in the playoffs or anything.
Stats reflect on what you do.
It went from this to this. Regardless of what I'm talking about, the franchise. So you talking about an individual player that dropped 25 and 10 every season for 4 seasons.
See, now is that factual? See what you just said? You just say shit, and then when they go and fact check that shit, that's what I'm talking about.
25 and 10.
When they fact check that shit,
so
it don't add up, baby.
So 25 and 10 in the season, he didn't average 25 and 10. He didn't have 10 rebounds and 10. He did not have that. That's what you're telling me.
I can't speak on him.
All right, then the next year after that, he didn't have 25 or even 22 and 10. Even though he's a double-double every season, it doesn't matter. It's a double-double. A double-double. Niggas ain't getting double-doubles every season in the NBA. Not that many players is doing it. That's why he's considered one of those guys in that fucking elite, in that booklet. And y'all just don't get it. Like, okay, somebody injured, so since he's injured, it's fuck him. Okay, that's how y'all Knicks fans feel. Then that's good for y'all. I'm not saying he's the greatest Knicks player we had or he's close to anything. He can only get us to a certain round, and that's the first round. They needed to build from that. So they build it from that. Now you see what the Knicks is getting from when they build from one player and they take one player and they put their confidence in one player and make that one player believe that he could be that player, and he showed he could be that player. Same thing they doing with Brunson. Make him that one player, that bring him in and show him that you could be that one player. We're going to build your spirit, your energy, everything up is going to build from the ground up. And that's what they did with Jalen Brunson. They did that with Julius. They tried it with RJ. They tried it with IQ. They tried it with Quickly. It didn't work with them, so they got out of here. They kept the two that they know they could actually bring it from here to there. Their game alone brung them from here to there. The next 3 years, you're going to see Jalen Brunson all-star selection for now on. For the next 3-4 years.
Now, let me say this to you, brother. Let me say this to you, brother.
We're going to naturally see that.
Let me say this to you, brother. Remember how you said earlier in the interview that Jalen Brunson hasn't got stamped yet?
He didn't get stamped yet.
These are your claims. He hasn't got stamped
yet.
So he's playing.
He's playing to get stamped. He's playing to make himself solidified in the NBA as one of them dudes. He's doing a hell of a job doing it. It's just that. That's just what it is. He had to, like I said, like the Knicks showed him, we got the confidence in you to do it. We boost your confidence and showed you every season he got better. The last 3 seasons, he got better. Denver didn't. The team he was on with Luka did not believe in him. That's why they let him come and get traded, signed to the Knicks for the little bit of money that he got traded for. He's supposed to be worth way more money the way he's getting now. The way he's balling right now. But he couldn't get it.
Let's give credit what credit's due. That's all we saying, man.
But who's
Don't say
anything?
That Julius Randle averaged 20-something points in his first year with the Knicks when he didn't.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay.
It never happened. The stats is up there.
The stats is up there.
Hey,
okay.
You don't credit that.
Okay.
Don't say 30
so the
plus.
First season he was there. The first season, you know, his first season he was on the Knicks, right?
Now I give you that. He brought the Knicks to the playoffs. I give you that.
So
I give you the credit.
For 3 straight seasons. He did it for 3 straight seasons. Every year he got selected as an all-star, he averaged at least 20 to 25 to 10, regardless. 20 to 25 to 10. Every season he made an all-star. Those are his numbers. When he left on the injury, he was at 25 and 10. When you look at him, as they say, averaging an NBA player is 25 and 10. When you just look up his local stats as an NBA player, it's going to show you 20-something and 10. So that means that's just his natural every day in the NBA for all his whole career. That's what he averaged.
Okay, this is what I want you to understand, man. When we speak of Julius Randle critics, right? Hear me out. We just want to win, man.
All right,
we understand. Hold on.
What he has to do with it when he's not playing right now.
That's the whole point.
But
in order to get us over the hump, you have to play. And if you can't manage to play, then there's the concern. Listen, you over talking the host. I'm trying to let's have an effective communication.
When he tries to play,
listen.
And then he do it injured, y'all niggas gonna blame him for it.
No, but if it happens all the time, if you're sitting on the sideline more than you're on the court when you're needed. See, you don't like what I'm saying, brother.
Because you say all the time, you act like he's been in the playoffs.
He's hurt more than he's playing when we need him the most.
No, we not been in the playoffs consecutively every year, and Julius Randle missed the playoffs. That is Mitchell Robinson, bro. That is the player you're talking about that missed every fucking season. It ain't him. This is his first season missing it. You can't come out here and push false narratives. You're pushing a false narrative on a player that came out there and was the one player that got most improved player the 1 year when he was on the Knicks. He got most improved player. Played the whole 82-game season. Then came back and played another 82-game season. Players is not doing that no more in the NBA. Niggas is soft. Niggas is fragile. They're bony. They're not built for it. No player is built for it. Not even Brunson is built for it. He's not built for it. None of them is built for that 87. To do 82 games straight, 2 seasons, without getting an injury. Or if he was injured and still played. So now the Knicks learned. He learned. He know when he did that shit, he got chewed up by the Knicks. The city chewed him up when we found out he was injured, bro. You think he doing it this year? Nah, I ain't doing that shit no more.
We don't know yet.
He said it himself. I'm never doing that again.
What, coming back prematurely?
Yes, he'll never do that again. He said his career means too much for him to do that again, nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So there's no way he's going to come out in the game and not. These guys is smart. They'll go get their own doctor that won't clear them. And if they doctor don't clear them and the NBA clear them, they still don't have to play because their doctor said they not clear. That's why they pay these doctors millions of dollars. These niggas ain't stupid. These players is now, they thinking way more different than what we thinking. They not stupid no more. These niggas is smart now.
What did you think about the Knicks Fan for Dummy Manu booklet, where we discussed the franchise player, man? You saying that
I
Julius Randle?
I didn't say Julius was the franchise player. There's no franchise player on the New York
Do I
Knicks.
got to start editing for you to realize what's being said, man? Do I got to start editing my interviews, man?
If anybody's considered a fucking...
You said he's a franchise player and Brunson wasn't, man.
Brunson's not the franchise player.
Yo, you are very entertaining, man. I love it.
How you figure first of all,
listen.
How you not...
You are very entertaining, man.
How's he the franchise player? He don't make more money than Julius Randle.
Now
how the fuck is he the franchise player when he don't make more money than Julius Randle? How are you the franchise player and you don't make more than Julius Randle? Logically, let's be serious. The franchise player is the one who make the most money on the team. The team captain. Now it's Brunson. Now Brunson is the team captain because Julius is injured. He's off the court.
You said it yourself. We got Jalen Brunson as a bargain deal.
He's not.
You said it yourself that we got Jalen Brunson as a bargain
deal. So that means he's
that's
not
your answer.
A franchise player.
That means Jalen Brunson did us a favor.
No,
it don't mean that.
Don't know.
Okay.
No, because no team was going to give him the money that. No team was going to make him. He's not. To be a franchise player in the NBA, you have to make all NBA.
Talk to Kev. Talk to him because he the one who called you.
He knows that.
Talk to Kev.
Know to be a franchise player, you got to make all NBA. Google it. Look it up. You cannot be a franchise player is a player like John Morant that made all NBA. LeBron James. Luka. Kyrie Irving ain't even a fucking franchise player no more, bro. He's not a franchise player no more. He was a franchise player. After that shit happened with him, he ain't a franchise player no more. He might not even make Team USA this year. And that's fucking bogus. I mean, let's be truthful. Be talking about a business. This is like the fucking WWE now, bro. NBA's like the WWE now. This shit ain't no fucking sport no more. So, Kev, you know this, just like anybody else know this. You said it yourself. They made sure you didn't score more than 3 points a game or take more than 4 shots a game in the NBA. You know the plan. You know how this game goes. You know just what players is going to be the stars, what players just going to ride the bench, and what players is just going to be there for a couple seasons. It's a business, bro. I can't sit there and keep telling y'all that. It's a business. Franchise player is a franchise player. Is just like I said. This guy goes out there and he sits out there. OG would have made all NBA this year. He's liable to make a franchise tag on his name because he's all NBA first team. If you make first team all NBA, your franchise tag automatically goes on to you. Meaning now you got to get paid franchise money. Meaning the franchise is investing all their investment in you. He don't get that. He's not a Jalen Brown yet. See how Jalen Brown, that's a franchise player. You see how much money he make, $300 million? That's a franchise player.
Then why the Knicks is building around Jalen Brunson and not Julius Randle?
Because Julius Randle, they gave Julius the ball. Julius had the rock for 4 years. He got him to the first round. We need to build more. We need more. Now we have to figure out to build more. That's what a team does.
Do Julius Randle make his other teammates player better, or do the other players become better when Julius Randle's not on the floor?
He made his other players better. Let's say I'm lying.
So it's not the other way around? The players don't become better when Julius Randle's not on the floor?
No.
Because Julius Randle missed how many games? 30 games now?
Okay.
The Knicks has increased with their standards since he's been out.
How you figure that? Because they got more players. They made more trades. They got more players. We talking about a player that was there when they had not even a star on a team. Julius was the only star on the Knicks at one present time, bro.
Derrick Rose input wasn't enough?
Derrick Rose is not the same player Derrick Rose was 10 years ago, bro. We can't sit there and put Derrick Rose there when Derrick Rose barely played in the games. He didn't even start. He barely fucking played.
And that was because of who?
Because he was
Tom Thibodeau.
Because he
said he had more playing in him, playing game in him. That was a decision the coach made, man.
The coach made it. Ain't the coach.
We found that out.
It's coaching and it's staffing. It ain't just the coach. They brung him there to coach IQ. That's what they brung him there. Just like they took him over there in Memphis right now to go watch Ja. That's what the fuck he's there for. It ain't, he's a mentor. At this point in his career, he's mentorship. It's a mentor to show how to be a point guard, to be a true point guard in the NBA. That's what he was there for. When they quickly got what he needed out of it, they let him go. Because we got everything we need for quickly. He's at where we need him to be to get the trades that we need to trade and get him out of here. Same thing with RJ. They would not be the way they are, players that they are, if it wasn't for who they was with. And it was only them and who? Julius Randle, right? Julius can't make all the shots by himself. He can only score 25. So that means you got two other players that got to get their numbers. And that's just what happened. They both was getting their numbers. So how he made them better? Because if he didn't make them better, they wouldn't have been quality the way they was quality to get what we got out of them. So we made them top quality players. The Knicks developed them to be top quality players with the players that they had with them, with the old veterans that they had. As you see, we had all the old veterans. Every veteran that you've seen on the Knicks that sat on that bench was in four courts. Even what's his name that didn't play, that got traded, that we finally got rid of. He sat on the bench. For what? For quickly. To teach quickly how to get a better jump shot. And what he did, got quickly a better jump shot. Got quickly way better. That one. See, so it's like parts teaching parts. So it's just like mentorship is mentorship. They need those kind of guys in the gym. That's why they say on the NBA teams, these young teams don't have no veterans on the team. You see how they playing. That's why their teams is the way they are, because they ain't got the veteran on their team to help them get better.
Now, I want to talk about, as we enter the postseason, I want to stress on coaching.
Mm-hmm.
How important is the coaching? Because we all know the players got to deliver on the court. But how important is the coaching factor when it comes to being successful in the postseason, man? That's another part of the game, man.
Got me on that one. Because
talk to me about that, man. It's Tom
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Tibbs. Well, we know Tibbs can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. He did. Tibbs is well known to playoff. He could make adjustments, but it's just like I said, he's a defensive coach. So when you got a defensive coach, offense depends on the offense. So I don't see us in pro season having a problem when everybody's already on board with Tibbs' defense, because you can tell they on board with the defense. We're keeping teams under 100 points. Some of the best teams in the NBA, we keep it under 100. So it's just the offense. And as we see our offense, like I said, whoever's running the offense is doing a hell of a good job. So as long as they keep that same energy on their defense that they're keeping right now and testify it times 2 when they hit postseason and give it an extra boost of 20, 30, exit, and we'll see what happens. But we can outplay a lot of teams right now on our division. So I'm not really worried about the
So you're not worried about the coaching?
I'm not worried about coaching because, like I said, the offense is going to do what the offense.
Because we got out-coached by Miami.
You're going to get out-coached by Miami, bro. We talking about Strauss. We talking about a motherfucking coach that been at one team for over 20 years, bro. That went from Shaquille O'Neal to motherfucking LeBron James to Wade. We could name legends.
But it's even deeper than that, man. It's the mastermind of Pat Riley.
And this is my whole point. Mr. Pat Riley, that always want to kick it to the Knicks. Think about that. That's the last championship guy. Who was that? Who was that? Pat, right? Yeah. When we was in Eastern Conference Finals back in the days, who was the man there? Pat Riley, right? Right?
Okay.
Why was New York was what they was? Who? Pat Riley, right? Let's be truthful, because it was Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, right? Them two coaches right there that was like neck to neck, right? Boom, boom, like just like back. You see the picture. So of course, that's why I say that it's always gonna be Miami. Miami always gonna play against us dirty. They're always gonna try to do us dirty. That's their job. That's one of the Knicks' best rivals. Other than that, in Indiana, in Chicago.
So
Remember,
who
Knicks
wouldn't you
was
want?
one of them teams. Knicks
Who
was
wouldn't you
always
want
there.
the Knicks to face, man, as we enter the postseason?
It don't matter who we face right now. All we trying to stay away from is Boston right now. We
Oh,
good.
so it does matter then.
No, I said
See,
right
that's
now.
what I'm talking about. You can't double talk, man. You can't say it doesn't
You
matter
said
who
because
we gonna
one
talk,
team-
and then gonna say the only team you worrying about is Boston. So when I asked you a question, my brother,
Because Boston
Get-
is the
be
only
Pacific,
team
man.
everybody's worrying about. So that's what I'm saying. Other than Boston, there's nobody else to worry about. I said that middle season, beginning of the season, other than Boston, what do we got to worry about? Every other team, we could give them a hell of a game. We seen it last game to get them through Boston. We gonna need that extra player.
should we sleep on Cleveland?
No, because Cleveland's balling right now. Cleveland's really hustling right now. They putting in some pain right now. We can't sleep on. But see, we ain't got to worry about Cleveland. The reason why I say that, because Cleveland's gonna have to play against Miami. If the playoffs start this week, it's Miami or some shit. So that's why I'm like, certain teams we ain't got to really. It's Indiana.
You don't think OB gonna try to show out this postseason?
Indiana, they still got some work to do. They still got a little work to do. Even though they
They got a bench, man.
They got a bench, but they got rid of one of their good bench players. So, I mean, when they got rid of Bruce, that was crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like you got Siakam, but
Speaking of the bench, when you enter the postseason, right,
Mhm.
for playoff success, right, how important is the bench, man?
the
Because
bench.
we don't give credit to the bench, man. Everybody normally talk about the starting five on the team.
Not
How important is the bench to get the team way deep in the playoffs, man?
playing back again. We're gonna say it one more time. The bench is the important part because that's the second unit. The second unit has to produce to make the game a game. That's just the only reason why Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, he's coming off the bench at. Because make a better production. So, the bench is always good. It's always good to have a six man. It's always best to have one of the best six men in the league. Like we had quickly, one of the best six men. But now we got a bunch of them. We got about four of them. See
For
what
what?
I mean? We got about 6 men coming off the bench. So if you got 6 men coming off the bench, that's like another whole starting lineup coming off the bench for New York. So that's how I look at it. I look at it like, I start a lineup, but then our bench is all a bunch of 6-man players. Like they can literally, any one of those guys could come off the bench and be the first player off the bench and be the 6th man for any team in the NBA. Those that 5, from Akua to McBride to Don, all of them.
Bogdanovic?
Yeah, all of them. And he's a starter. And then you got Bogdanovic that could come off the bench. That's Alex Burke come off the
Speaking
bench.
of Alex Burke, Speaking of Alex Burke, because how effective can he be, man?
He could be real effective. We know he could be real effective. I like how, and that's why I say, because Tibbs is keeping him quiet. And then we got the kid from Detroit. You see how he's coming off. His little bit of minutes trying to get his game in there. You see, and I'm looking at that like, okay, all right, I see what we're doing.
So you think we're going to be all right?
Yeah, because they not even really, Burks ain't really doing much right now. Burks is just quiet. Like, I'm saving this for the playoffs. You could tell way certain players is playing to keep themselves healthy enough to just be ready for the playoffs. Because you see, like I said, JB's out there. He's going 110, nigga.
It's Christmas time.
It's 110 out there.
Yeah, it's Christmas
It
time.
ain't Christmas yet.
No, it's every day's Christmas when he's on the floor, man.
Yeah, it's not
He's giving out.
Christmas yet.
That's the Santa. That's the Santa that keeps on giving, man.
If he goes down, the Knicks is done, bro. That's it. If he goes down, season over. So we can't sit there and be like it's Christmas time, because right now we shouldn't have to be using him the way we're using him right now. Truthfully, he should not be getting used the way he's getting used. He's supposed to be saving these 30s now that he got us in the position we in.
So could that be a role for
It's nothing he can
McBride?
do.
Could that be a role for McBride?
No, because McBride ain't going. Because then that fucks up the bench play. So we can't let McBride do it. We could let McBride do it because he did it already a couple of games already. The last couple of games he's been out there starting.
Can Alex Burke fill in that role?
And Alex Burke can fill in the role if they need them to take a break.
So you think they should go with Alex Burke over McBride?
It depends on the matchup. Like I feel Tibbs need to start playing matchup basketball. Like let's judge the matchup that we playing against to see if JB has to really be out there. Like put him listed to play, but only play him 20 minutes, 25 minutes right now. Last 13. If matchup is McBride can handle this matchup, put McBride. Or we need Burks to take this. Let Burks take it, but JB start. Burks come in 6-man and just put him on the bench, let him sit out for like 8 minutes and come back and like that's that. So, but we know Tibbs ain't doing that. Tibbs is gonna try to keep his hand hot, and then again, we want to keep his hand hot. We want to keep him with the energy and the confidence that he has. So when the playoffs do come, he be the same way. So that's a tricky question.
All right, and that's what it is, man. With my boy G5 on Real Talk with Nick, he's holding on to his claims, letting it be known what a franchise be. What a
franchise player is a franchise player. It's
talk
not
to Kev,
what
baby.
we talking about, Kev. And you know this, Kev. You can Google it, Kev. Franchise player has to make all NBA first. So neither one of them is all NBA. Neither one of them made the All-Star, made it to a fucking franchise. But the closest thing to a Knicks franchise player right now is Julius Randle. We cannot deny it. Look downtown, you see boards all over.
All I'm going to say is that Google's your best friend. And we out. Peace.